Welcome to the Back of the Class podcast on Worth Every Penny Entertainment. I'm your host, Penny. I got a very, very special guest this time. Somebody I already begin to work with pretty closely throwing my Smoking and Joking comedy show. And she does a podcast also, and we'll get into that. Stand-up comedian, performed all over the country, from New Jersey, but performed all over, and you can correct me on that. As far as the Apollo and other places like that, like I said, she's performed with me. I'm sure we'll work together in the near future. But for everybody, I want to welcome comedian NatashFace.
Thank you. Busy, blessed. Thank you.
Yeah, I see.
Yes.
I see. I saw you at the show last night. I forgot the name of it, but you was a judge, right?
Yes, that was pretty dope. To judge urban comedian, as you know, I'm an urban comedian, but we were judging other comics that were not. That was their first time in an urban comedy room, which they did pretty good. It was dope.
So that was your first time comedy that y'all had?
That was their first time ever performing in an urban room.
So
they're mainstream comics. So it's two different things. A mainstream comic is considered a white comedy room. Urban comedy room is a black room. So that was their first time ever performing in a black room.
that's crazy though, because for their first time to be performing in an urban room, and then for you to call them new to something, but they come from mainstream, so it's not really a step down. It's just another.
Yeah, it's just another branch out. You see, because in order for you to really be a comic, you have to be able to do it on both sides.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you can't do it on both sides, you're only going to get booked on mainstream. You're only going to get booked in urban.
Right.
I want to go everywhere.
Right.
I'm both. I'm diverse. I can go both.
Okay. How long you been doing comedy?
Okay, so my comedy actually started as a dare. My boss dared me one day. She called me in her office, and I had been working there for maybe 12 years. And she called me in the office. She was like, Natasha, I was like, oh, shit. Today is the day. You know what I mean? I'm about to get fired. Today is the day. She was like, Natasha, I noticed that you ain't been working all day. You just been making the patients laugh. I work at a dentist's office. And I was like, yeah. And I was like, she was like, I double dog you to dare that. I double dog dare you to do that on the stage. And I looked at her. I said, first of all, you don't know who you're talking to. And that was in 2012. And I've been just doing it ever since. So I just want to be honest. I haven't done it steadily. I just did it if somebody booked me. But now I actually stopped working, and this is all I do is stand-up comedy. I travel everywhere.
All right, so obviously it wasn't a thing that you aspired from young, right? But check this out. Where you get your style from as a female? Because you kind of wild with yours.
I'm honest. This is who I really am. This is who I am.
So you
I don't have a style. This is just how I am, how I've always been.
So you one of them people that kind of use your experiences and your everyday walks in your stand up.
Everything that you heard me say on stage, that really happened. That really
even
happened.
Even the shit about when you took the husband to the trip and shit like that. I don't now see. I know you perform different places and it's different elements.
This is me falling off the scooter. That's the joke. I really took all of the skin off.
Brett, y'all gotta follow her because she went on vacation and she made some crazy ass.
I said that my Tulum vacation is gonna take me to Netflix. That shit is gonna take me to Netflix. Yeah.
As a female comic, you talk a lot about different stuff, but even with your thing with sex and comedy. How do you feel about that? Is it, as a woman, is it a such thing as drawing a line with where you go with it as a female when you talk those things?
I don't bring that up, basically. I might step on it, but I don't really go into the whole graphic thing, sexually sucking and all of that. I'm just not that comic. My kids basically keep the jokes flowing for me. Yeah, I don't have to go there. But I do work with a lot of females that do go there. Yeah.
I mean, I guess so. You got to touch on it at some point in time, even if you talk about relationships or your comedy. But it was kind of wild. And one of the people that I invited, it was off of something we was bugging out off of. she, you know, she. I was watching her live and she entertained me like that too. Like I like those type of talks and stuff like that. And I remember we was bugging. You said something last night like about like yo don't talk like you still watching TV. The little joke that you made, that shit was kind of funny. So you got the 420 show coming up.
Absolutely. This
Tuesday. That'll be this Tuesday. So this will come out probably afterwards. But you performing and you have a comedy show and y'all gonna be what? So like y'all gonna have you know what I'm saying y'all gonna have vendors and stuff like that too?
Actually, at this comedy show, we only have 2 small vendors. So we have one vendor, they have edibles. Then we have one vendor, she makes her own honey. And then the food will be infused as well. Some of the food, not all of it, because not everybody smokes. So some of the food will be infused. So I'm headlining my own show. Cool Bubba Ice is the host, and then I have a couple of comics coming through.
Okay.
Yes, mainly my comics that smoke and indulge in the 420. Yes.
Now I ate your cookie the cookie that you had from the chocolate chip cookie, not your cookie that you.
Okay, what's in your cup?
the infused cookie from the show. And I always tell people when they tell me about it, I was like, I don't eat edibles because I never get high off of them.
Right, my son says that.
Yeah, like, so now I'm looking for like more of the foods. And I was telling you, I watched a show where they do the foods. Maybe I need something.
I want to try it.
Yeah,
I want to try that as well.
The most I do is taste the weed. But with the smoking joking, I'm sorry, with the 420 show, like, is it are you looking for the comics? Is it looking to be more like a stoners type of comedy that you're looking for to get out of your comics?
Yeah.
Because you know that's a different type of comedy. Like when we sit around and smoke and bug out, that's different from if we sit down and watch a stand up. Like we can sit down and watch a stand up and be high. But when we talking, that's a different type of funny. Right. So
I'm never high when I go on stage too.
Yeah.
No, I don't smoke or drink. Yeah. Because I will mess up. You
think so?
No, I know. I've been doing this too long, I know.
So obviously your personality is basically all across the board, no matter the state. That's a good thing because I think that some people get caught up in that. Like I watch a lot of the old stuff and I remember when they said about Richard Pryor, like when he stopped getting high, he felt like he wouldn't be funny no more. I can relate to that because if that's what you do, then you're used to doing it that way.
Exactly.
It feels a certain way. So
I shut down. I shut down when I'm high.
That's crazy.
I shut down when I'm high. When I'm not high, it's I'm somebody else. It's crazy. Like my kids tell me to calm down. Like I'm the youngest adult in the house.
You see when we were setting up? If I ain't smoke on the way up here, I wouldn't be able to do this.
Oh,
like I'd have been like all over the place instead of like taking my time.
So yeah,
and so for me, it's more like it fits my personality. Like I'm laid back and I'm like, so I like to flow with stuff.
So, but I'm gonna tell you this though, I smoke and write.
Yeah, because
I smoke and write. So you see what where I love to sit and I can write like for hours. I love this. Just sit inside my podcast and smoke and just enjoy. And I can just sit there and write for hours. But if I'm sober, I'm all over the place. I have ADHD. I think it's crazy that they're just now making weed legal when it helps so many people in so many different ways.
Do everybody else in here smoke weed?
I do.
I don't.
Yep. I already know what my answer
is.
is.
The giraffe side.
Nah, I was gonna say like when y'all so y'all don't smoke, but like I wonder like us that been smoking weed before the medical information came. I tried to use it for whatever medical things that fell under me. Like I get migraines, so I have the medical card, and you know one of my diagnoses is that I wouldn't be able to tell you if it helped or not.
Oh, yeah.
Because I smoke all, you know what I'm saying? So I've smoked the strains. I think they recommend me with the indica. They recommend me indicas and so on and so forth. Like I did all of that shit medically. I just haven't tried every form, like tinctures and like I do the little vaping and shit. But I just wonder like that. It's more still like a recreational thing to me, even on the medical side.
No, I absolutely need it to calm down. I do. I absolutely need it. I will be all over the place.
Do you feel is comedy therapeutic to you?
Absolutely. I love being on stage.
You said that the first time.
I love being on stage.
The first time I met you, when you hopped out in front of the thing, that's what made my that jumped off the board to my friend. Like your personality with that
It's an
translated
instant
to your
turn.
set.
I turned into somebody else.
Yeah.
As soon as I grab that microphone, I turn into somebody else. If I come off stage and if I know to myself that I did something wrong, I'm ready to go right back on stage and do it all over again. I absolutely love it.
And you said that to me. You said that the first thing you said is like I'm like a fiend for the stage.
Yeah.
I could get it though. It's a different element to that too
because we'll go anywhere to perform anywhere. I went to I got booked in Florida. I just came back a couple days ago, and we were in the backyard. But the backyard, this place has been there for years, and it looked like Alice in Wonderland. They were growing shrooms over here, weed over here, mint leaves over here, shit over top of our head, and we got paid for going out there just doing stupid shit like that.
Now check this out. I smoke weed, but like I'm one of them people that analyze shit.
Okay.
Especially that's one of my elements of smoking. So I watch Mike Tyson's podcast and Joe Rogan's. I'm speaking these two because this subject came up on both of them.
I wouldn't be able to watch Mike Tyson.
Why not?
Because of his lisp. I'm not gonna. I can't. I'm not. You're not. I'm not. You're not going. I'm ADHD.
The weed make it a little better though. You know why? Because Mike talk a little more.
No, you high. You just high. You think you understand what he's saying. You don't. How does he have a
Brett, did you see the shit the other day with he had Sugar Ray in them? He's like, get him nigga. He's like, get him nigga. So the hits don't even matter to him. He talk so slow now. You're like, oh, motherfucker.
See, no.
You punch that motherfucker, man. Oh, fuck.
Oh, man.
But look,
it's comedy.
Right. It's entertaining because, everybody love Mike for one reason or another. As a fan from boxing to so on and so forth.
I met him. I'm not a fan. He pushed me.
What you mean he pushed you?
He pushed me.
Was he trying to get past you?
Yes, he was in the tunnel, but I was a lady.
You was in the tunnel?
Yeah.
Alright, so he ain't push you then if you was in the tunnel.
Nuh-uh.
And
so
I'm not a tunnel person, but I know what it's about.
Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing because he had just put his hands on Robin at the time. So, I wasn't really going to...
Oh, like they had a little... He told you to shut the fuck up, probably.
Yeah,
right, cool.
so...
But nah, that's what I was saying though, right?
I'm not a fan. I'm like...
You know what the toad is?
The toad?
The toad. Hey, Brett.
Yeah, bro.
The toad is some shit Mike talk about smoking, right? And the shit, the way Mike explained it, like, there's some shit that... Some incredible shit, like, basically, like, you figure out life out this, like...
No,
but
I
when
just
he
wanna
breaks
smoke.
it down seriously,
No,
it kind of helps you understand him, too, because that's why I like comedy. And I'm gonna tell you why. Mike is diverse. So a podcast setting, even besides his lips and his delivery, he has a good mind for it. So with comics, that's why I asked you those couple of different questions in different directions, because what I want to get into it for when we had the short conversation is why I do podcasts, and I think I'm good with expressing myself, and I like to express myself in different ways. I analyze a lot of different things.
Okay.
Comedy is bringing the funny to it. Podcast is more informative or critiquing it. So, but now Mike can break the shit down where it should sound like a crazy drug, but Mike make it sound okay to take the shit.
Oh yeah, no. See, I'm old school. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said before, I'm about to be 50. I don't need all that extra special kind of weed. You know what I mean? I just roll me up something. Don't tell me what it is, and you got to get the blueberry and the gorilla glue and the purple. I'm old school. Just give me something to roll up. I'm good.
And
I'm good with that.
Speaking of, I don't have it to the
Sativa, indica, all loud, quiet. Just let me roll something.
So you have a show based around you going into 50, or you have something going into that? I seen on your page, right?
Yeah, so coming up soon, it's a couple things going on for my 50th. So far I have the women's brunch, but I'm also having a comedy roast. So some of the comedians will come out there and roast me, and then like a little pool party for us old ass heads.
I want in on the roast. I'm just saying I definitely want to
You
be
want
there,
in
but
on
then
the
we'll talk a
roast?
little later about no time to get in on the roast.
Okay.
You know, but
Yeah.
with your 50th coming up,
Mm-hmm.
on behalf of Worth Every Penny Entertainment, and you have came through and blessed the stage for me, I
Okay.
want to give you your first gift.
Okay.
Say I was first, some
Okay.
Worth Every Penny shorts.
All right.
And
Okay. Grandma gonna have a hot summer, y'all.
hey,
Grandma gonna have a hot
thing.
girl summer.
You know, you worth it.
Okay.
Definitely, you know, show 'em what you
Okay,
worth.
cause I'm going.
We gotta get Dr. Freak. Let me tell you something.
I'm going roller skating tomorrow. I might wear.
You get your own. You get your own brand out. I'm telling you. That's why I got you up here. That's why I got you up here. So you know. But that's what's up though. So you're 50, and I want to say, you know, happy birthday ahead of time. You know,
All
not to
right,
jinx
it's
it,
not,
but,
you know, don't rush it.
and no,
now.
that's what I'm
I still
saying,
got a
but,
little bit of time. You know,
nah, but
slow your roll right now.
nah, and I really mean it more on like looking forward to your things that you have going with it. You know, because I want to see the 420 thing. You know, you already told me I gotta come.
Yeah.
So that means that
That's Tuesday.
just
That's
let
this
you know when I'm
Tuesday.
ready and let you know I'm gonna be there. Tell you how much weed I want and shit like that, right? Nah, I'm
Okay.
gonna mess with you. But that's what's up. It should be fun.
When's your
acting,
next show?
My next show is Monday. You know, we going every Monday or whatever like that, and I'm planning
So it's
something else.
consistent every Monday.
Right.
That's pretty dope.
Right, and I'm planning something else that I can't talk about because I haven't finalized everything, but I
Okay.
did start putting ground onto it. But the question I was about to ask you probably is something that both of us gonna get into. Acting, like, have you done it? Are you interested? Like, where you at? Have you ever looked into that part of it with your comedy?
So, just before COVID hit, I was going to be on a web series. And then obviously it got shut down and, you know, everything's opening back up now, but I haven't heard back from them yet. But I've been in a couple of plays locally, you know, down my way. And ultimately that's what I want to do is TV.
Because I know you can pull that off. I
Yeah,
already
I
see
wanna
a
do- I
couple
wanna do-
ready-made roles, like, you know, you got a couple prototypes in you, especially
Yeah,
that-
so I mean.
the grandma crazy shit that you talk about. You
Yeah.
know. Tyler Perry might as well take that shit off and let some real women play that role.
I mean, listen, you got to start from somewhere. So
Nah, he created it.
Absolutely.
And that's what it's about, though. You know,
Yeah.
once you do you, now it's move on, let the next person up. But that's what I appreciate with you coming here, and I look forward to doing yours, and I appreciate doing business on this level. I think this gets us ready for where we're going because it's about that, you know, bringing each other up and appreciating each other. You're just as big as to me as the person I watch on TV, the biggest female I've seen on
thank
TV.
you.
Or
You
spot.
know,
Yeah, and like
make
I
my
think
head
that.
big. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
think it's important that we look at each other like that first. If we're around each other,
Absolutely.
if I'm around you, but I'm looking at she's the one, but you doing the same thing, that's not
Yeah,
right.
you absolutely.
And that's
correct.
not good energy. So, you know, it's just a pull up. So definitely. But skits, besides your TikTok, we talked about that because you
Yeah,
got
I
some
love my
crazy TikTok videos.
I love my TikToks. I
Now, let
love
me tell you,
what?
that's what's crazy.
I'm having a grab my TikTok. Okay, I love.
I'm an
me some
old head when it
TikTok.
comes to that because I'm the only one in my house without a TikTok.
No, I try to keep a TikTok a day. I got them stored away. You know what I mean? And I throw them out every once in a I ain't did nothing in a minute. Now let me throw this good one out there. You know what I mean? I love me a good TikTok because I'm a fool. You see,
But
and
is it-
that keeps my acting upright. I did a voiceover. I did professional voiceover. So at the time that I did the voiceover, I wasn't allowed to say until the album came out. But I did a voiceover for Alicia Keys at the beginning of her album. I actually stayed up for a couple of hours, smoked, and recorded me upside down because I needed to have a groggly voice like a heroin addict. And I finally nailed it. It was about maybe like 3 or 4 minutes.
Right.
I nailed it, and then they cut me the check right away. It was dope for RC Records. Yeah, it was dope.
That's interesting because that's like.
So now that I did that, I think I could nail TikTok. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's voiceovers. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think I'm a professional voiceover now.
But you know what? I'm more the person that I need the shit that put a face up there and I do the voice. Because TikTok, they see you, so it's kind of easy. But like I do voices.
You want to
So
be behind the
like
scenes?
I'm not real like it seemed like more of a spontaneous thing. Like if I do something funny, I'm gonna try to create the whole shit up and down. Like,
Okay.
originally.
Have you done skits?
Yeah, I did a couple, and I'm about to. I want to start doing more. But for me,
I like a good skit.
Yeah.
I like a real good skit.
I did a DMX skit.
Yeah.
And I reposted it, I waited, and I felt kind of bad. I didn't want to make it look like I was doing it for attention, but you know how everybody doing their little tribute stuff, so I waited a couple of days. And I just like reposted it, and my caption kind of explained why I did it. Like, damn, I had did a DMX post.
Right.
That was just my little in on it. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know people used to hike on me, like a broke ass DMX or
So
crackhead
before,
DMX, you know, shit like that.
When I did your show, actually DMX hadn't passed away yet, and I had said on the show that I thought I was a Rough Rider down in Tulum when I scratched up all of my, you know, so I reposted that. It was just ironic. Sometimes I'm like, it's almost like you spoke it, you know what I mean? That was kind of creepy, but it was right there. It was, yeah.
You know what? It was
but
crazy
I
because
thought I was a Rough Rider.
I think with DMX though, like it did catch us off guard. Like, check this out. If it had happened, and not to say we wanted it to happen at all, but if it had happened a couple of years ago when he was still doing like real bad, we would have not been surprised. But he was doing good. And then it's like, it more hurts than me. I don't want to hear the information and keep pounding that he still was getting high because it didn't look like it. So I'm going to still keep the picture in my mind that he wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
What? He did, you know what, to tell you the truth, like he did more than anybody high.
It's like that. It's like that. And it's
he was
scary.
a functional addict, and he did a lot. He did a lot of movies, albums. He did a lot. And you know what? He prayed for a lot of people. And sometimes it's not who you want to hear. It's not the messenger. You understand what I'm saying? It's about the message. And he delivered a lot of messages. You got to like listen to what he was saying. He was talking real talk.
Right. And even with DMX, what I had to look back and notice, like I noticed it when he was rapping, and I kind of would laugh about it, but to be one of the most like hardcore rappers for his time, he always spoke about God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you think about it in hindsight, like you know how people's like, I hope I made myself right.
But he
with
also
God.
used to throw in a whole bunch of crazy stuff too. Like my favorite song is "Here Comes the Boom," and then in one of the lyrics, he be like, "I bust your butthole out the frame." I'm like, wait a minute, but then we still rocking and jamming to it though.
But they human, so let me say that part about them. I want to go back to when you say he did that much. Like I was having a conversation. Tupac, Nipsey Hussle, DMX. Let's just highlight those three. People like them. They all died young for who they were, whatever how much they were doing. But look how much they put in. And I'm gonna relate to Tupac from my era. It was like we would hear how you hear inside stories about how he was trying to put his stuff out. Like when he would do his music, he didn't care about the mix now. He just wanted to get the songs out.
Right.
The movies, he did so much stuff. And then you would hear how he felt like he was on the clock. I can relate to that. I got so much I want to do. I want to be great like those dudes in my own way. But when they going like that and they have that much done, that's the greatness. You know what I'm saying? You got people that live way longer, like you said, and there's no knock against those people that don't accomplish those things. But those people made for their reasons, so it's a little scary because it's like they serve their purpose and then they go. And you know you got to go, but that makes you think about it a little more like realistically.
Remember I told you I was ADHD?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go off subject real quick, but that's the same way I felt when they had vaccinated that lady. She was 101 years old. Like, why y'all wasting the vaccine?
You took the vaccine?
I did not take the vaccine, but
did
why
anybody
y'all
here take the vaccine? Because everybody, y'all had y'all mask on, y'all still got y'all shit on. I mean, we being safe, but you ain't take it?
Like, wait, so I'm just saying, like, you know, they had a shortage of vaccines, but why did they give her the vaccine, though? Like, if she could have, you're not going to leave me out here by myself like that. I am an asshole, but at the same token, come on, y'all know, come on now. What they give her the vaccine for? What else you got to see, sis?
You know what?
I'm just saying, no.
I'm trying to think about it.
90 and above, 80 and above. I mean, 75 at this point. I mean, come on.
Yeah. But
come
listen,
on. There was a shortage, but they already seen what they came to see.
You know what I was thinking, though? The mask is like condoms. And I'm gonna tell you how. It kind of shows you stuff about people. Just hear me out.
Okay.
Just a male's perspective.
Okay, because
I've been paying attention. Like my mother was asking me about this. My mother like, yo, you doing the shows? She's like, yo, you being safe and shit. Like, yo, I'm like, yeah, mom, we doing such and such. But then I was explaining to her how it goes. I'm like, you know, mom, it's the people that never take their mask off. Then there's some that leave it on and pull it down. Then there's motherfuckers that once they take it off, it's like your keys and anything else. It's done. I said,
go ahead.
We in the hood. But in any event, that's just like kind of, I thought about it as a dude, bro. I said, the people that do that, they aware, so you got the mask, but you take it off, you're like, I'll be high in this situation. That's just like when you contemplate a condom. You like, yo, on the spot, you like, listen, real quick. Just like a nigga be like, yo, let me run the store real quick. Oh, shit, I'm down, man. Yo, pop, let me hurry up, just be the soda. I'm gonna be like, yo, oh, I'm about to get this shit. Oh, I know I'm gonna get it today. Hold up, look. Let me make sure I'm gonna get it. Let me feel this motherfucker. Bloop. Oh, I got a condom right here. I'm coming. It shows you. So you know how you be like, that's a nasty motherfucker. And really, he's not, but he just was trying to bust the move. Just like he was trying to run in the store. That's the, think about it. It's the same thing. That's the subliminal condom. So you can watch ladies and men, because another thing, I'm in the supermarket, you know how you look. You can't tell them what look good or not now. So you be trying to take it. You're like, damn, you look for how you doing? You hear the voice, that shit might be deep, you might be like, oh, alright, that's what's up. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you gotta play that shit out. We in the mass era.
But I also say the same thing too, like, you know, because I've worked in the dentist office for mad long, like now everybody had more than enough time to get your fucking teeth fixed because you had
Even
this
with
mask
that.
on. And you then gave you $600. Then they give you $1,200. Then they give you $1,400, and that motherfucking side tooth is still missing. The mask about to come off. So that's what and one of my sponsors on my podcast is the dentist office, so I always refer back to the mask with that too. But the new flirting technique is the lashes. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can't see what's going on.
I hate this
if somebody got teeth on or tip or not, I don't leave home without them. The lashes, I don't leave home without them.
Which one is it? Is these the eyelashes or these the eyelashes?
These are the eyelashes right
I
here.
hate them shits right here that women do. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna just say it generally. Y'all already look good without them. That shit takes away from however you originally look. So it's one thing if you look better without them. Like if you don't look good at all, then that shit helps. But if you look deep, if you look anything good, that shit don't help. It don't give you 1 point at all. You at the best you'll stalemate. Fuck it, listen, she just still look the same. Her shit's long, I noticed it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Brett, it's another one. You know we're gonna wrap up in soon, but nah, seriously though.
So let me ask you a couple questions on your podcast.
No, that's for your podcast, there now.
Look.
What's up?
What made you decide that you wanted to do comedy?
I've always been a fan of comedy. I've always been a fan of comedy. I know, and I've been told, but I knew before I've been told that I always had like that gene, entertainment first and foremost. But then I knew I had the comedy gene. When I became a class clown, like for years straight throughout school. And
I got left back for being a class clown.
Me too.
Oh shit.
Me too. We asked him.
All right.
Asked
See
him.
that?
So
we got something.
It was one of those things.
What
But
grade were
stand
you in?
up, because I want to round it off.
What grade were you in though?
When I stayed back, I stayed back in 10th. I stayed back in 10th grade.
10th grade? No, you too old to be acting a fucking fool in 10th grade. Then I stayed back in 2nd grade. Now you too old to be acting a fool in 10th grade.
I'm gonna tell you what it means.
10th grade.
You stayed back in 2nd grade. You said you got what? ADD?
Yeah, but they ain't call it that.
So we understand why you stayed back. So your shit was destined. I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I fucked up,
They
Brett.
didn't call it that.
Hey, Brett, I fucked up. That's all.
But wait.
Hey, Brett, I fucked up. She was destined for that
To be a
ungreatness
dummy.
of being a scholastic. But you was destined for ungreatness right there. I fucked up.
But wait, I told my mom, I was like, look, like, you see, like, you could have got a check. And we ain't have to grow up poor like we did. You understand what I'm saying? You could have got a check. We ain't have to keep eating them syrup sandwiches.
You see what I'm saying, Brett? She embracing her shit. She's like, yo, you know, I ain't the smartest motherfucker, but
I'm
you know
not.
we can get
I
something
am
out
not
of
the
this shit.
sharpest tool in the drawer. I am not. I never said I was. I said I'd make your ass laugh. I ain't
Hey,
never
Brett,
said
She
I
could have
was-
been there Rinaldi with us. She could have been there Rinaldi with us. I don't know about Mola though. Mola was a little heavy.
4 people in the
Mola
class.
was a little heavy.
We had
Mola was a little heavy, Brett. But nah, that's what's up. And to relate though, so I would and out of all my friends, like I have my friends from the hood, then my friends from school. So in both
What does
circles.
that mean? You didn't go to school.
Like,
you didn't go to school in the
in my
hood?
no, I didn't go to school in my neighborhood. Like
Oh,
my school,
okay.
I went to a technical school, so it's like a school in the area. What I'm saying is, so I had my people I grew up with, and then my friends. I got real friends from high school that we still friends now. In both circles, I was the funny guy.
Okay.
So I had years of when we became adults, and after sports didn't work, they were like, "Yo, you know, do it," and I would always like hold the room, hold court and stuff.
Okay.
So I, you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
So are you good at snapping?
I ain't answering on that because I thought Brett was gonna shout me out, but hell yeah, I'm good at snapping.
Okay.
I'm a little rusty, but hell yeah, you gonna do it. Why you gonna snap on me?
No, because I mean it's like important, you know, because there's a lot of times where there's a lot of comics that are real sensitive, and me personally, I can't stand a sensitive ass comic because I'm just
Hell
like,
yeah, I'm good at
why?
snapping Brett. I'm the nigga that used to hype on girls, man.
Yeah, so
You know what I'm saying? Like, and guess what? I used to hype on girls and get it off because you a laugh too. You know what I'm saying? You know how you get an attitude like, you know what I'm saying? I get those and shit.
Girl used to snap on somebody so bad. She said that she hated me for like 20 years later.
oh wow.
And I said, damn, I was just joking. Like, shit hurt.
But that's that.
We
So
used to have fights snap.
I was one of 3 black kids in my school from 3rd grade until I graduated. So for me, I didn't really have to do much before people was already scared of me for no reason. You understand what I mean? So we wasn't. I didn't have to hack on anybody. I did this my whole life until somebody actually challenged me one day, and I had to really fight one of them. So I did that my whole life, and that was it. But then yeah. So when I finally wanted a boyfriend, I had to go to the next town over, and they used to crack on me because I talk white. And that's how I had to start getting back at people because they was like, you know, you couldn't afford to go to school where I went to school. You know, I had to get back. So that's how I had to learn it.
But growing up around those white kids, did you gain a natural liking for white people and even white men, like so men and just white people in general?
I'm gonna tell you the honest truth. I've never witnessed racism until recently.
No, I mean just on a day to day, like
yeah, no,
so like
it was
that the fact that you grew up around white dudes and you went to school with them, you got cool with them, and you was around them on a day to day. Did you find things that you like you know how in the hood, like the average girl in the hood, even if they different, they still like a thug. Do you so you might like that, but do you got something in the white area that you like from growing up with them?
I mean, I had a fetish for, a white boy with red hair. That was pretty much it. But it was because I never saw hood shit. I wanted the hood shit. So I always had a boyfriend that was going to jail, going to do something. I was always the ugly duckling in the family. Somebody was going to jail. My house got raided, the whole 9 yards. I was terrible. Had guns and everything drawn on my family. Yeah, I was bad. So.
But look, so growing up like that too, I actually had too, cause so you not one of them black women that feel offended when you see a black man make it and get a white woman, or you still feel that same thing that women feel?
It depends. It depends on their character. Plain and simple. It depends on the character because I have to say because I have brothers and they have children outside of our race. So I mean, it depends. It depends on your character. If you never dated your race, I got a problem with you. If you just never looked at a black woman like she was as beautiful as we are, yes, I have a problem with you. But if you dated us and you just so happen to find this woman that's outside of your race and you cling to them, then that's that. I mean, my husband's Indian. You know what I mean? So if you find somebody that you're attracted to and that's that, then, you know, it is what it is. But I have a problem with you if you do not like your own race. I have yes, not a problem. I don't like you.
Did you get any flack for your choice of what you picked?
No, because I'm an open book. I mean, everybody always doesn't know what to expect when it comes to Natasha. They just go with the flow.
What was important about that? Like, if the race didn't mean too much, what was the most important thing making the choice and choosing him?
Okay, so a lot of people ask me, like, you've been asked to be married several times. Why did you say yes?
You said you've been married several times?
I've been engaged several times.
How many times you been married?
Once.
And married and divorced, or you
No,
just
we're
current
still,
marriage is
we're
the
just,
first one?
yeah, this is the only marriage that I've ever been in. I'm gonna be honest, and I said this to him too. I never wanted to just be with one person. That's the type of person I am. I just never wanted to be with one person.
What changed?
I got what I wanted.
In him or just in general?
In general, like I'm just not the type of person that will be comfortable with one mate.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we're here with it.
Now
the jokes is aside, like we're here
because
with
what
it.
it gets you is
Yeah.
sometimes I think when you mature up, you're on the right track. The situation is just as important as the person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when we're younger, we look at it as like what you doing. When
So
you act
he
and stuff like that. When you
he
going.
said things to me like he used to pay attention to me, and he used to say, "You going out in the streets, and you traveling in these streets by yourself. I just want you to know, like, I pray for you, and you're gonna make it. I'm praying for you." He used to say stuff like that, and my grandmother used to always say, like, the person that's praying for you without you asking them is looking out for you. So then I won a competition. I went to LA. He worked at the convenience store. I just thought he was the worker at the convenience store. Y'all, hear me. I thought he was the worker at the convenience store. I never paid him no mind.
Right.
He told me to come into the convenience store just before I left. He had this package of everything that I've always picked up. He got the peanuts that I get, the candy bars, the snacks, everything. He paid attention to everything, and he said, "Here." And he gave me some money. He was like, "And you're going to win. I got you." And then he just used to say, "Who takes care of you? Because you take care of everybody." And I was like, "Nobody."
Mm.
And then he was like, "I want to marry you." He was like, "You got a boyfriend?" No.
You say he want to marry you.
Yeah, and I was like, "What you mean? How you?" And that's how I said exactly that. Like, how you just gonna jump in and just go straight to that?
Mm.
And he was like, "Well, I'm just saying, like, do you date people often?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Okay, well, we don't. We just get married." And I was like, "Oh no, I can't do that." And he was like, "Do you have a boyfriend?" I said, "No." He said, "Do you have a husband?" I said, "No." And he said, "Are you single?" I said, "No." He said, "I don't get it." I said, "It's not meant for you to get."
But you know what that mean, right? That's how them rich motherfuckers keep their money steady and in their family. He chose you. He saw something in you. It's a good thing, but then at the end of the day, I don't know if you looked at it, but I like the culture thing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was the cross person, I would look into the purpose of that. Like, damn, why you chose me? So
No,
the same question, why
I said
when
that
they
to
ask
him.
you, like, yo, I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up.
I just, at the time I had a girlfriend, and he was like, "I don't understand," and I was like, "It's just something that just happened," you know what I mean? So I had a girlfriend at the time, and we had fell off, me and her, and then I just said, "Fuck it, I ain't doing anything else." And then it turned out that he wasn't the worker; he owned it. He said to me, "You can stop working. I got your back. You gonna make it."
And
I stopped working.
But he don't feel no type of way about you dealing with entertainment and, like, you know, your potential with you moving around. It's easy for you to run up on another person in your area, in your what
You
you
know,
do.
this is the first time in my life that I have peace. It's so much peace that I'm not even going front for y'all. It's so much peace that I could cry. He don't ask. It's a peace that I wish upon everyone. He just simply, whatever is for you is going to be for you. And if it's that, then that's what it is. You can go ahead. Just go ahead. I want you to win.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So, I mean, I know that, it was kind of a little heavy. I didn't want to go there, but.
Nah,
you
it's
know.
cool. Because the next, you kind of basically answered where I was going, which was, so he's not worried about that, about you being in that, and what you went to. He understands what you're doing, where it could go, and he's willing to let you go, willing to let you fly. That's a good thing, though, especially in what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You need
He was
that
like,
break.
you just make me laugh. I'm just like, I love you so much. Like, even if you were to go off.
Do he like comedy?
Yes. He comes and he helps me at my shows.
So he comes out to the show.
He comes to the shows.
He
He
wasn't
helps
at
me. He
our
works
show,
the
right?
door. No.
Okay.
No,
So
my
you
husband-
do your own shows? And he
Yeah,
comes.
my husband's in India. He's in India now.
You also told me that your sons work with you.
Yeah. So I put my kids to work. I have 3 kids. I put them to work. So my oldest son, I'm raising 3 different kids. I got a thug, I got a pothead, and I got a stylist. So the
I might need the thug for security. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so the thug run the door. He the security.
See? There you go.
Okay. Now my son that's a pothead, he don't really mess with too many people. He just if it don't make no money, it don't make no sense. So he run my door. He checking to make sure that you paid for everything like that. And my daughter, she get in where she fit in. She gonna make sure I don't look bad on the gram.
So did they naturally like, Mom, I
No,
feel this
hell
way.
no.
You put it to work?
No. Fuck the kids. No.
You put it to work?
Yeah, I had to force it upon them. Yeah.
That's what's
I
up,
had to
though.
force them
So
to
you
work.
Joe Jackson shit. You like,
Yeah,
listen, nigga,
absolutely,
you a
absolutely.
thug, nigga.
Yeah.
Come fuck with these thugs.
I had
at
to
the
say
door.
it to them. Like, do you not see the work that I'm putting in right now?
Yeah.
You ain't never had the lights off your whole life. You ain't never been, I just throw it to them like that because, growing up, we had syrup sandwiches. I never served my kids syrup sandwiches. So work the damn door.
But see, I'm about to tell you, right? I had
Work
to
the
learn
door.
it. Listen, I had to learn this though, right? Being around the new generation. After a while,
These kids.
we can't kick that shit to them about our day because they got some old other shit going
Wait,
on at
so
the
you
age
gotta
right
pay
now.
attention. You gotta pay
Like they
attention
can throw
to
some
how
shit
life-
back at you, like motherfucker, I'm running around streets, niggas shooting at me every day. You like, ho. I'm not talking about that part of life. I'm talking about the regular living part
Right,
of family, dealing
right.
with family. If you have a
That's
kid,
when you be like,
I'm gonna
hey,
yeah. They like nigga. I'm like, oh,
Nah, because I'm going live and I'm thinking I'm cute, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? I'm doing my little live and I'm getting my audience together and stuff. And my daughter was like, what is that? And I was like, what? And she was like, that. And I was like, what? She was like, you have a double chin. On live? Like, on my live? Like,
ooh.
like I'm just trying to.
She might be coming behind you in what you do.
So I worked at a dentist's office for 24 years. So I said to her, I really want you to work in the dental field. She was like, yeah, but I'm not gonna be running all of the different shifts like you. You was the office manager, you was the dental assistant, you was the head assistant. Now I'm gonna be the dentist. I was like, oh shit, like this dental assistant, this, you know what I'm saying? Like I fed you all this time, now
All
you
this
better
shit.
than me. You understand what
Right.
I'm saying? Like these kids, y'all just keep me in prayer, because I be wanting to put my hands all upside my kids. And I'm the shortest one in the house too. I just want to put my hands all in my kids' face.
I can get a feel for it though, cause now I can see when you say your kids keep the comedy rolling in, cause just dealing with them,
What?
it's like, yo, what the fuck?
Mm-mm.
Word. Yo,
Well,
you
you
could
can tell, like,
you could just in
did y'all see
passing,
the
they could
verse?
say some shit.
For instance, you see the verse battle with the Isley brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire. So I'm telling my daughter, I said, when I was growing up on Saturday mornings, we used to have to wash the walls down to Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley brothers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On Saturday mornings, I wanted to watch Soul Train, but my mom had a different agenda. We had to wash the shit. She was like, I just wouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have did it. I said, but I used to get my hands placed upon you if you didn't do it. She was like, but you're not gonna put your hands on me like that though. That's why I got this phone. Like we didn't have cell phones. There was nobody coming to your rescue. Nobody was coming to your rescue.
Hey,
And then she just, she broke a phone one time, y'all.
She broke
And
the phone. Like she spiked it.
No, she broke her phone one time, and she was like, I can't tell who's calling. I can't tell what time it is. So that's why I'm home late from curfew. I said, well, how about you come in the house when I used to have to come in the house? When the street lights come on. So she was like, the street lights are on right now. And I was like, well, then welcome in the fucking house, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, these kids just think that they just better than you. One time her fucking tooth came out, right?
Yeah.
You know, you get a little money up underneath your pillow. I'll never forget. I wanted to bust her upside her head just one good time. You know what I mean? It was several times after this, y'all. I put a little quarter up underneath her pillow because that's what I used to get. You know what I'm saying? She gonna say, at Daddy's house, he give me $5. How about I knock all the rest of the motherfuckers out and then we go to Daddy's house so we can get paid? I hate my kids sometimes, yo. I hate them.
But you know
But
what,
they keep the comedy
They
going.
And
They do.
And the kids be checking you in ways that you don't
What?
be ready for. See, like you'll think one thing, like they growing up, they gonna start speaking their mind and shit. But it ain't that. It's how they do it. That's the part about it. They'll say some way left shit.
Oh, you ever had that yet though?
What?
Your kids talking left to you in your house.
on the phone. 'Cause I got.
Oh, you had a Kirk
Text
Franklin moment.
Hey yo, on some real shit though. Yo,
You had
first
Kirk
of all,
Franklin
Kirk
moment.
Franklin my nigga. 'Cause first, let me tell you why Kirk Franklin my nigga. 'Cause
I
he's
love
a real
God,
nigga.
but I curse a
Kirk
little.
Franklin a real nigga, like, and on some real shit. I fucks with Kirk because
I
I'm not
do,
even
yeah.
Christian, I'm Muslim, but I believe that Kirk really is who he is about, like, being, like, into God and into church and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just a real moment because, you know what social media is.
If your
of
kids
different
don't
ways
get
you
you
can look
as
at
a
it.
character, you don't
But
like your kids.
On some real, and Kirk, even though he had to apologize, he cleaned that shit up quick. And when he put the real shit out, you seen, like, it was basically an adult conversation. And like I said, this is another conversation I have with my mother. Like, yo, damn, I'm learning how to be a parent with my adult children. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
Because you still be a parent. Because you always going to be older than you, nigga. I had it when I was 18, I'm always going to be 18 years older
That's
than you.
what
So,
I'm saying.
on this level, Kirk was talking to him on that level like, nigga, motherfucker, little broke ass nigga. Fuck you, man.
You ever had
Like,
to fight
nigga.
your kids yet?
Like, yo, I could have been a nigga that just walked on moms. Like, yo, I could get deep on nigga. I could get gothic on your little ass. Like, fuck you, man. I fucked the whole family up with some shit. And
He
Kurt,
should have said,
Kurt,
something like, it's because of me that you still living because I prayed for you. Now, you don't want me to stop praying for you.
nah, yo, on some real, he
right
did
or wrong. Like, you don't want me to stop
He
praying.
did it exactly that I wanted to do it. Fuck that. Don't be church Kurt. Be Kurt, nigga. Be Pops Kurt. Like, Pops nigga, that nigga, street nigga.
Tell you what's real.
You could be living in a building, nigga. But now I respect that though, cause shit, and that's what, and what we do too, also in entertainment. When you get to those levels, I'm a person like, I believe I'm gonna get to those levels. So I'm preparing now. So I'm acting as if now, not on the fake shit, but I'm moving the same way I'm gonna be moving. I'm just preparing myself for bigger
Absolutely.
success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. Like, because I know it's gonna be hard, and because I grew up watching this shit. So that's why I'm not, I'm confident in it. But it's like, yo, be ready for the bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with Dr. Freak Nasty, who I want to shout out for coming through to the podcast, and I want to work with. She came through or whatever like that. I met her on
Dr.
Instagram.
Freak Nasty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
Dr.
nah, like,
Freak Nasty. I like the sound of
I
that.
want to like that's my motto. You know what I'm saying? And look, that my version of a professional. I had the conversation with you last night. I said that me opening this Monday is gonna be my first. Me and EJ played with it and challenging, joking around. And me and Sal on my podcast, I told Sal I would do it. Me hosting this week is gonna be my intro into
That's
the
dope.
stand-up game. So I'm big on, I want the fans, but I want the respect of the people who did it before me. Fucking, if you did it one day before me, you were ahead of me. I respect that. Respect is respect. So, that's what it's about, respecting the craft and working and getting better. So I want all of us to do it. I have my man come out. We did this on the last minute, So that's what it's about. It's about making it happen. It's about getting in, making it happen, and seeing it through. So I want to do that though. You know what I'm saying? So
I wish you all the luck. I think you
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
I think you can do it. Matter of fact, you are speaking into existence.
That's why I'm about to say,
Yeah.
even with that, I said that to my friend. I said, I don't even like to talk about my ideas no more until they're already gone.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be one of them people that stay in the thought process. You get caught up in it. And I'm a smoker, so you get caught up in those good thoughts. Like, I'll write my shit down now so I can get back to it when I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
The whole post-it.
Yeah.
I have a post-it.
You gotta do that
I have
on
to,
our level because
ADHD.
that's how we get to those big levels. Because my man that you met out front with me at the first show,
Okay.
he took a little vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So he's about to miss some big stuff that I'm about to do. We went to high school together. I'm talking about Con Brett. I told him one of my things when I come and tell him what I'm about to do, when it's already set, I'm like, yo, got the spirit of Puff. I do from my era, like that's one of my inspirations. Like Puff was about his brand, about Bad Boy doing.
Yeah, but you're not gonna do people dirty though.
Nah.
Okay, all right.
I'm on a positive because what I like about growing up and hearing those stories is we learned the ups and downs. So
Absolutely.
I'm learning the positives and the negatives. I want to learn the
Learn
things
from
that
his
he did
mistakes.
good, right? Exactly, and cut those out. So I know I have to work with people. So the exact thing you spoke to, I want to cut that part out. But the part of how he came up, the energy, the thriving. So that's why I'm reaching out to you. I'm gonna go out my way. Y'all always a part of this. We put this shit together at the last minute. Like you sat outside, wait for me.
Dope.
I hit my man at the last minute. You know, you responded. You know, even though we put it together at the show, that's what it's about. So we get this shit done, and we get to the next thing and what we're gonna do. So I want to thank you for coming through. I want to thank the people that came to support. You know, I finally got another audience. That's one of the things I try doing a regular. And before we go, with me getting in this, I know you busy as shit. So I want you to give the people a little bit of that what we're gonna do. This gonna be out, you know, soon. But I want you to just run it out for the up and coming season.
What I have going on?
Yeah. Let's start with this shit gonna be out within a week. But you know, after 420, what we got?
Okay, so I have 420. That's my personal show that I'm headlining my show. That's this Tuesday in Long Branch. Then this Saturday, the 24th, I'm in Philly. May 1st, I am in Trenton, New Jersey. I'm also in Neptune, New Jersey. May 7th, I'm in New York. May 9th, I'm in Easton, PA.
See,
I mean, I can keep going. I'm booked up until July 19th right now.
Yeah. And please follow NatashFace. Is it just NatashFace and
So
NatashFace?
it's on Instagram, it's comedian NatashFace.
NatashFace, yeah.
On everything else
She
except
the lady with the Angela Davis afro, go ahead.
yes. I am NatashFace on Clubhouse, YouTube.
I ain't know none of that shit.
Yeah, you need to get on all of that.
No, I'm talking about the extra
Clubhouse, TikTok. Look, I'm very famous on TikTok. No,
shit. I'm not on TikTok and I'm not on Clubhouse.
Facebook, it's Natasha R. Ross.
Okay.
It's my government name on Facebook. But other than that, it's NatashFace on everything else.
Okay. And that's what's up.
Thank you.
Yeah, and like I said, and I'm definitely gonna have you back because I'm gonna be doing this forever.
Yes. I'm gonna have you come down to my podcast and force you to
Shout
do a
that out.
TikTok.
Let us know about that. You know what? You know.
Yes.
Your podcast.
So it's Comedy on the Couch, and I stream it on Facebook Live. So it'll be this Wednesday at 10 p.m. and this Thursday at 10 p.m. I missed my flight the other night, so I have to make up for it.
So that's your regular schedule?
Yes, it was on
Check that
on
out.
Facebook. Yes.
Okay.
On Facebook Live.
All
So
right.
that's Comedy on the Couch.
All right, yeah, and this comedian NatashFace. So we're gonna do other stuff, and you'll see her.
Thank
And
you.
like I said, I want to thank you again, and my people that came through the support.
Yes, thank
And,
you guys for coming out.
Definitely, and I'm gonna come do yours
Yes.
as soon as you put it together, and you know, I'm sure you'll be more prepared.
It's there.
than I
I
am.
just gotta find. We'll find a date for you.
Yeah, yours a little more different, so your shit gotta be
No, knock it off. You gotta
planned
start from
to,
somewhere.
like a couple days in a row. She shoot her shit in house. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
Yes.
she gotta make sure
We do the whole COVID
she changed her sheets
checkout
and
and
shit like that.
everything.
And
My
Cover
security is
pillows.
there. Look.
hey, Brett, she gotta make sure she wash the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But that's what's up. So you know, and like you know, we're gonna do other things and your shorts and stuff like that. And
Yes.
comedian NatashFace, and we're gonna wrap it up. This is
We're
episode 9.
tomorrow. I'm
Yeah.
going roller skating. One of my friends having a party tomorrow.
So you're gonna do your little post and stuff with it?
No, well, I'm a police.
That's all right. I don't even. You know what? You know you already. I see you standing in the grandma lane.
I'm too old to be posting those pictures.
I got my booty shook.
I
You
know
know how
that's
you
right.
right.
I know that's right. Dr. Nasty.
Hold on. What's the?
You gonna throw that
Hold on.
ball.
Real quick.
Throw
What's
that
your
twerk in the
Instagram?
air.
What's your Instagram?
Dr. Freak Nasty.
Doctor, could you come up real quick and just say hi? Since you
Doctor.
came, since you did take the time to come through, and you know.
Oh my God.
I know.
You know, so she gotta take her time and come around. So you know, I know you could tell and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna have her do a thing, and you know, I'll invite her out to the comedy show. And we got some other things going on from where we met at that's going on. Nah, I ain't want to come take it.
No, everything. No, I want you to
What
come
that shit
in.
say? Too pretty to act ugly.
Sorry.
How you doing?
Thank you for coming through. What's going on?
Good. What's good?
I know you ain't shy when I saw you.
Not with that man.
No,
absolutely
and hold on,
not.
she's a doctor now. Hold on, hey.
Tell me what this freak nasty is about, Mom.
If you look up her bio, tell me what your bio say. I know you know what it say, cause I bet you she say that shit.
Okay, well let her speak.
It say,
Let her speak.
it say the dick drainer.
Okay.
Can you speak up? Can you project your voice, please?
You're not gonna do this.
Okay, so I'm guessing the podcast is about sexual.
It ain't no podcast. This is a personality. This is a real person.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is it right
This
here.
is me.
This is the show right here.
Okay.
This
Okay.
is me.
Go ahead,
So
go ahead,
yeah,
go ahead.
it's
Okay. All right.
You gotta ask
So
some
we just
questions.
ask. Okay. I'm gonna take over.
You a podcast?
Okay, Dr. Freak Nasty, the dick drainer. Okay, now how did you come about
I believe it too.
draining dicks and knowing that you're draining a dick? Like, how does one know that the dick is drained? I'm just, you know, I just want to
I
know.
mean, personally, like, I just like, I feel like sex is art. So I really get into, like, when I'm doing something, dealing with sex, it's always like something I got to put effort into.
Right.
Like, you feel me? So yeah, that's basically what it is.
When did you know this was an art for you? When did you know you were performing art?
Shit. First time I got pregnant.
Okay, how many
Hold
children
on,
did we
it's
have?
art.
Sex is art because you can have sex with anybody in the different positions. And me personally, I want to see how many positions I can go. Like,
Let me come scoot on.
How many
Let me come
kids do you
scoot
have?
on in here. Like y'all ain't gotta move, but you know, let me stand
I
up.
got 2 boys, but I've been pregnant 13 times.
18 times?
13.
13? Let me ask you a question real quick.
Counting?
You been on Maury before?
No.
You been on any shows?
No.
Cause when you said that was like some Maury
I
shit.
just
I'm
wanted to know
pregnant.
why
Like, she ain't scared. She don't give a fuck what a motherfucker think about that. But I like that about you. I love confident
Yeah,
women on
because
some
I'm
real.
blunt. I'm blunt, and a lot of people say that. Like, I always say, like, the first thing that comes to mind, dealing with anything, like, it's just, that's just me. So.
Yeah, Tasha. Cause I got another question.
Oh, okay. No, I just want. That's what the question I wanted to know was how many kids that you had and who.
Yeah, I got 2 boys.
who-
5 and 7 years.
Who said that you like? You know, like you call yourself the dick drainer. I just wanted to know, like, somebody said that to you.
No. Nope, not at all. I to be honest with you, I don't call myself the dick drainer. That's just a capture of just my name. Like, it's Dr. Freak Nasty, why I call myself Dr. Freak Nasty, and a lot of people ask me why I call myself Dr. Freak Nasty. I got my PhD on making niggas feel good, so that's just me. Like, that's I mean, that's how
I'm saying, why can't it be a bachelor's or a master's? What nigga called it a PhD? And guess what, Brett? It had to be a nigga that while you was doing what you do, cause guess what? That mean no nigga said it to you like,
Dr.
you
Freak Nasty.
the doctor this shit. Hey, Brett, word one nigga said you the doctor this shit.
Okay, well, I'm still asking questions.
Go ahead, do what
Okay.
you do.
What's the freak?
Leave this shit alone.
I'm just curious. What's the freakiest thing that Dr. Freak Nasty has done? I mean, you're Dr. Freak Nasty. I want to know. I want to know.
Alright, so basically like this, like
The
I
school
feel like
day.
I feel like if a man can explore a female's body, a female should be able to do the same.
Mm-hmm.
So the freakiest shit I probably ever did was like basically like eat a nigga ass or like I like it all. Like that's why my name Dr. Freak Nasty. I like the nastiness. Like
So let's dig into the freakiness, like multiple partners.
Alright, so I did one time. I think I did like 4 niggas at one time, but
How
I
can
had
that
fun
be?
though. I had fun.
How can that be? Like 4 at one time?
4 at one time.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot going on. That's a
It
lot
was,
going
but
on.
it felt good.
Okay.
It felt
So do you have to be in a different mindset from this, or
like
you're just
see, my thing is I'm high off of life. Like,
Okay.
this is just me. Like my personality. I don't do drugs.
was that a challenge for you, just to say like, okay, so maybe like this is like I want to just see if I could entertain 4 men at one time.
Who?
So I just want to know, like, that was a challenge for you, or do you think like, okay, so I have done
My-
this,
my-
I have
my
done this, so
challenge-
do you think that you can go even more now?
Like I feel like I could go even more, but my fantasy.
Just out of curiosity, what is everyone doing? Just
exploring
it's
your
just
body, and that's why
right,
I
it's
said
just
sex is art. Like
busy. Okay.
there's many ways you can get a female to, you feel me?
Yeah, that's just busy.
At one time, if you got 4 niggas on you at one time, so it's
Have you
something
been with a whole
somebody
bunch of
doing.
women at one time?
I've been with 2 women at one time.
Okay.
That's the most ever. I like females. Yeah. I like
Okay.
females.
So just threesomes and foursomes are not. It's just whatever.
Yeah, but my
Okay.
fantasy is being in the room with like a whole different, like, I don't know, Spanish, white, Asian.
Okay. So you.
like,
Okay. So this
that's
brings
my-
me to the next
that's my
question.
fantasy.
Do you go to swingers parties?
No,
Have you been to swingers parties?
I ain't swinging that.
I mean, a swingers party is kind of what you're saying to me, though, because
I know, but
you would go with someone, and then there's different rooms and different.
Because I had asked somebody about it, like, and they was like, "Oh, you only a swinger if you have a mate, and you and your mate goes and do this, that."
No,
and
so just say you and your homegirl want to go. That's
I
you
would
and
love
your-
to do that shit.
right. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
That's
so
some
there's
shit
a
I
couple
love
of
to
places. This is what I heard. I don't know. I don't know these things. This is what I heard. That there's a
Well, no.
couple of places down there in Perth Amboy and Amboys and things like that. This is what I heard. I don't know. But I also know that they have one in Atlantic City. I know that for a fact. One of my friends goes down there. So you might there's all kind. I mean, these fantasies can come true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, you know, I might have ran upon it one time or two. I don't know. But it's there's a strip club downstairs, but upstairs is a swingers club. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah. It's right. It's local.
In New York.
No, when I say local, I mean in Jersey.
Oh.
Yeah. These are the things I might have just. I'm just. Have you ever? Do you know how to work the pole?
Yeah.
You can. Oh, you're a dancer.
I started off dancing.
Okay.
And
How long you been dancing?
I was dancing for like 3 years.
Okay.
I started off dancing.
Okay.
And then when I stopped dancing, it just like, it wasn't like, because everybody like, fast money is good money. Well, fast money ain't good money.
No, it's not.
But when you into that lifestyle, it's like,
Okay, so how's your sex life through COVID?
my sex life.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about it.
I have a boyfriend.
Oh, okay. So you're just down to one dick now.
Nah, I do my dudes.
Okay. Just checking. just checking to see what the dickometer is doing these days, you know? I just want to know the level of the dick. Because through COVID, you got to be careful. You understand what I'm saying? Through COVID, you know? And,
fuck with your mask on.
okay? I mean, you know, so I guess you're not dating through COVID because you already have a man.
Yeah, I got a boyfriend, but
Okay.
we got an understanding.
Okay. There's another understanding on the table. Okay. Open marriage.
The bony ass.
You said another understanding on the table?
Yeah, there's another understanding at the table.
Good,
Yeah.
do you? But I just wanna I wanna listen a little closer to what y'all saying. I like where y'all was going. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know how she got started and things like this, and then the activities through COVID, you know, because, you know, when you become a woman of a certain age like myself, and you don't get sex as much as you want to, things could go wrong in the house. You can accidentally get hurt. Frying pans and things get swung. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So through COVID, you know, I just wanted to know the level of activity.
So you hold real quick. You getting hurt with those pans and shit because you ain't getting sex, you using them as sex toys? Like,
No, I'm just saying. I
Fuck.
just said all of
She's
that.
smacking her ass with the pan, bro.
No, I said all
How
that
do you
to
wanna-
say draw
like a rolling
attention.
pin right here, like bang.
Now, I said that to say, I'm not gonna keep having to say it too many times before I'm going somewhere else. Women shouldn't have to, you know, women of a certain age shouldn't have to remind their husband.
Yeah,
You feel like that too?
I do feel like that because I tell my partner that all the time.
There's some women like you say, and I like it where you're going with this. You're being very vocal about women that like to have sex.
But nah, look, real quick. Let me ask a male question real quick, bro. I'm real interested in this. Like, isn't it like a thing of like your sex drive? So when you picking a partner, not a long term, but it's like, yo, alright, the person got a job or whatever, or you know, I dig that part of his life. But when it comes to the sex part, the people like that act like it's not important when it is.
That's so important.
If the sex drive matches, then that's what closes the deal. Because other than that, everything else is in like trying mode. You still filling the shit
People to
out.
settle.
Why would
I've
you?
known people to
Why would
settle.
you commit to seeing me every week if after 3 weeks the sex still ain't where you want it? Everything else could be good, but if the sex after say like me and you meet up 3 times, for real, let's put it in
No,
both
let
of
me
y'all.
just say,
Put it
let
in
me
both of
just,
y'all
okay,
terms.
let me just tell you this as a woman of a certain age, okay? If it's beneficial to me, then it's worth teaching.
That's
if it's
selfish.
not beneficial to me, then you gotta go.
Teaching what though?
Well, if the sex is not right, then something is off. So then maybe I will spend time with you to twerk those things if it's worth it. If it's not worth it, then I'm not going to pay attention to you and I'm on to the next
See, that's
person.
where y'all go wrong though, cause I'm about to tell y'all something. You know how like men ain't figured out women, y'all ain't figured that little part about us that like
But
that's
what's wrong
important
with
to
that,
us.
though? But what's wrong
Don't work with me. Let me know my shit whack at the beginning, so at least whatever I'm good at, I can thrive at that. You might be like, yo, your shit little nigga. But I like the way you do that little move and shit, so I'm gonna do that move every time we do it, just to make sure you're good on that part.
You're not
I'ma have to compensate other shit out.
You're not gonna run that same move.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit start getting
You're not gonna have
old.
see. You're not gonna see
It's
where
like
you
that
got
old
where you
woman.
got us messed up is you're not gonna keep running that same move.
I'm not saying that. I'm
Running that
saying
same hip.
I got something to start with. So it's like, look, check it out, Brett. So when I'm experimenting with you, like, it's like I'm trying to find other ways to please you. I might be like, yo, let's try some other shit. It's like while we doing that, I got my little backup. Like, yo, I know she likes this. So say if shit going wrong while we experiment, I'm gonna go to this to get you. Boom,
Are y'all
bring it
really
back.
thinking it through? Are you really thinking all of this in your head?
Hold on. I'm about to go here. Because I got 2 different personalities, right? This is the first box, and I got my brother in here to confirm this question, that as a man, whether we in a relationship or we out here playing, the first thing we want to know is, how long do we need to go that's sufficient? Fuck the side, we heard sides, don't matter how long we need to go. Because that's the first part we be struggling with. Like, yo, damn, like, I got a good move, but after I do that shit, nigga, after I hit her when she rock, nigga, I rock too. Like, ooh. Hold on.
This is
Seriously. Cause check this out, and I'm gonna end it off with this. I'm a porn watcher, so you do porn. So I be trying to, I judge myself off porn standards. Like I be thinking like, yo, you gotta do it like them niggas.
Okay, so listen, I don't watch porn.
Huh?
That's not always true because porn is like acting.
Yeah.
Porn is acting. It's not something
sick.
that it's not something that you will see every day. Of course, you're gonna see it, and then you're gonna be like, oh, if he can do it, I can do it. But in all reality, he really acting because there ain't no way in hell he doing all that, and then you think you gonna be at home trying to do a backflip in the pussy and think you gonna.
But this one I'm about to ask you, right? See,
You said how long?
Look.
Let's go back to that. How long?
but before you answer that, right? This goes on with that question, right? Because if I check that box, boom. If I knock it out the park tonight, right? If I don't knock it out the park like at least the next 3 times, like if I knock it out the park like the 4th time out of the next 6 times, do that like what's up? Am I alright? How many times do I knock it out the park per 10 times to be like, yo, this nigga holding it down? You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, yo, I hit it with the joint. Tonight was for me. He understand. I ain't gotta make no excuse no more. No young. He's like, damn, my bad. You know, I slipped and shit. Like I pulled out a little too. Yeah, what's up with that? See, she saying, oh, you see, so that's why we always on some bullshit.
No, for me, you better knock it out the park every time, cause I ain't about to sit here and be going.
I'm glad you said that.
The first
I'm
night,
glad you
the
said that.
second and third night, you all lazy and you ain't trying to know.
Okay, and then
So-
to answer your question
Yeah,
about
Tasha,
the
go ahead,
how
Tasha.
long, if she's still awake, my brother, then
Oh,
you
I ain't
still
worrying
need to
at
keep
all.
going.
Let me tell you
I mean,
something.
if she's still awake,
Man, you
Tell you
got
something.
15, 20 strong.
I'm an athlete, so I
15.
know how to
you,
move.
if she's not
Listen,
asleep, you still got work to do.
What you talk about sleep?
I'm
See,
sorry, I'm
let me
about
tell you
to
something.
be
That means
So
I'm just
good 15, 20, 25 minutes ain't enough.
No, she's still
why you setting
woke.
the bar so high, my nigga? 25 minutes.
If she's
Did you
still,
say the bar was so high?
if you,
Nigga, we the same age. Start at
Are
10
we
to
still
15.
recording? Are
Start
we
at
still
10 to
recording?
15, nigga.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we still recording.
Then I ain't saying another thing.
Start at 10 to 15. Bro, you done got yourself in trouble. One of your partners looking like, oh, word?
Oh,
Oh, word?
no.
But look, that's my thing. Seriously, like, I'm one of them people, like, you know, I'm crazy like that. I judge myself off porn standards, so that's why I asked you about time. I'm kind of
I
like
don't-
over
I
the
think
size
that you
thing,
should
like, it's
just
like, yo, you
stop
know what?
that.
So what's your time?
I think
Me?
you should say.
With my time?
Is your wife
What
satisfied?
you think is enough?
Let me tell you something, bro.
As long as she's
Like,
satisfied,
like
then
I'm one of them people, like, you got video. Do y'all, like, make little videos? I'm talking about personal joints, like, with your people, like, yo, we're gonna have a good night tonight, let's record. So my thing is, like, with that, my time is like, yo, shit.
You trying to go porn style.
Oh, so then are you
Yeah.
trying to outdo yourself from the last
Every
video that
time.
y'all took?
Like, I watch my shit. I watch my own shit. Just like I watch Pornhub.
I do too. I watch.
You know what I'm saying? On some real
I watch
shit.
my own
I'ma
shit.
tell you,
I watch
see.
my own shit because I want to know, like, what did I do in this video
It's
that I
personal,
could do
like-
way better in the next video. So
Right.
that's me. But
Yeah, because if it's that important to you in a relationship, because I'm one of them people that, like, damn, I go crazy over that. Like, all right, even if I'm good, how long is that good gonna last? So what's the next level of good? That's why I believe in, like, I don't really, like, go with it, but that's why I believe in, like, not open relationships, but it's like, yo, if we make an agreement, let's check this out. We done reached our peak in this relationship sexually. We could go to the next level if we agree to it. See, why I go left? Hey, bro, can you have my drink? Can you have my drink? How I go left? How I go left? Yeah, we still recording. Listen, baby girl. We still recording, right? Yes, we are. Go ahead.
No, but can I talk? But a lot of men can't handle that.
What you mean,
A
like,
lot of
the
men
reality of
can't-
it?
A lot of men can't. If you sit there and you say that if the sex goes sour, it ain't good no more. Could we do X, Y, Z? A lot of men can't handle they woman fucking another man. Plain and simple.
I ain't gonna go there.
No.
Especially not
you
when
can't
I'm not gonna
there.
respond to you
You
because
came
your
there,
bit
though.
is in here. So it will.
But it's
you
true. It's true.
It's true.
And we're still recording, like you said. It's
That's
true.
like that's the Quavo
Yeah.
shit. She's talking about the Quavo shit. So check this out.
No,
That's where all women go with it. I know where she's going with it.
No.
The next level will be because
Most
for
men
most
say
of
that.
us men, and I can relate
That's
to
why
those
men
men.
go
I'm not gonna
crazy
speak
when
for
women
myself
decide to
right
cheat.
now.
Y'all ask for it and then
It comes down to, I'm about to tell you though. So what you saying is, when a man say like, yo, I know everything's good, but I could come to you and say like, yo, I want to like keep the spice. We've been going strong, right? So I want to step up the next level, and we open the conversation like, let's add something to it. And typically with a man, when a man posing it, is let's bring another woman. Check this out. That's how that Sweetie and Quavo shit, checked it out, right? Ended. Her response to it, my only thing is, I don't mind her saying, let's bring another man into it, which I'm not with. But my thing is how she did it. She did shit spitefully. If I'm doing it, I'm doing it for us. Even though it might look selfish because I'm saying let's bring another woman. If you say, well, nigga, let's bring another man. Hold up. Give me a time to process that while you process what the fuck I'm saying. Am I right? Is that not fair?
No.
Is that not fair?
That's not what you said.
That's not what I said.
Okay, so listen, one thing is for sure, like, I don't know what happened with Quavo, the whole thing. I'm sorry.
They broke up after her little interview. This is the thing.
Okay,
Somebody asked her about
I'm
a threesome. I'm gonna tell you. Somebody asked her about it. I want you to respond to this.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked her about a threesome, and I guess she was being funny. Something was going on already, but she was like, "All right, I'll pick the nigga." So that was her way of saying if it's gonna be a threesome instead of a man, typically it's gonna be a woman. It's gonna be a woman, a man.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that spiral, and then we found out they broke up soon after. I guess that was the shit hitting the fan. So in that sense, it's like if we were together and I said to you, listen, let's bring another woman into it. You might be like, hold up, why I gotta be another woman? My sexual desire might be two niggas.
Okay, so wait, but let me just ask this: Will you be able?
First, before we try the other nigga?
Nah, I did that before.
The fuck machine?
No, my ex-boyfriend.
Is this going too left for you, Tosh? Before we keep going?
I'm gonna answer, but I don't want to answer on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, when y'all say, when y'all be like, oh, bring somebody in or y'all want threesomes, y'all, the first instinct is y'all want another female.
Yeah, it's never no nothing nigga. That's why I said,
Y'all amend y'all egos.
One of my ex-boyfriends, I did that to him.
Y'all want
He
to
asked me for a threesome. I said, can I have a nigga? Can it be a nigga?
and fuck on your woman.
He said, just be a
While you
nigga.
A lot
Alright,
of
so
egos won't
He
allow
told me
it.
to be
The only
he told
way-
me to be a nigga, and I told him, like, alright, well, if it's gonna be a nigga, y'all gotta interact with each other. Cause that's what we females do all the time. When y'all ask for threesomes, we gotta sit here and do all this extra shit with another bitch.
So
So
that go back to why I said like when you making a final decision with a person to commit to them, like you gotta make sure that
Well, he
energy
made
match.
that final
Because if it get there, if shit get real like that shit get ended. Like if you telling me that, like yo, let's do it, and you still fuck out of here, even though you feel justified in that, fuck out of here. When I brought it to you, I brought it to you with a call. Don't try to bite back with that shit. What the fuck you mean? Hold up. If I agree to some bullshit like that, like, alright, check this out. We're gonna do this. We're gonna let I'm gonna be the DJ while you and y'all do y'all shit, and I'm gonna be high as hell and drunk as hell, not watching. Y'all do y'all, and then let the nigga jump out, and then I jump in, like let the nigga go. See, fuck that. I'm working with you.
But niggas do that all the time. When it's two niggas and a bitch, is you hit that shit first, then I hit it, and then
That's a train. I'm talking about like some intimate
nah.
shit.
That's okay. You
I'm talking about some
saying you
intimate
looking
shit.
at it as a train, but to a lot of people, me personally, I consider that as
I'm about to make it serious again, though. Seriously, y'all. That's why I don't have conversations about porn, like, except if it's with mature people, because I don't watch just for the regular typical reasons. I do, but I do it like I watch. Meaning, like, it's different types, like you saying, seriously.
yeah, that
Like,
it's
sexuality is an
considered as-
expression.
Okay, so I
So
have a
if you're
question.
gonna go there,
I have a question.
go ahead.
Okay, so hypothetically speaking, you want this threesome, and now it's 2 girls and yourself. Now you're done, and the girls are not done. Now, the girl decides that she is going to fuck your girl. And now, she's fucking your girl better than you.
I like this
And
question.
then now,
I like this.
that's what she wants from now on. Because she lasted longer than you.
Alright, so I like that because you tied that into my question about how long. First and foremost, you know, I don't want to get too personal, but the way I would envision it, like I said, it's more than just a raw having 2 women. I'm not a person that's a big ego. I have an ego, but my ego is different from with my women. So it wouldn't be after me and one person. I'm one of them people that's into what y'all doing too. So you know how they be like, they have them bullshit rules like, well, you can't touch the other bitch. I'm not with that, but my thing is I'm willing to let y'all do y'all, cause I want to watch for a little minute. I want to be a part of it. I want to experience the whole thing. It's about the experience, honestly. I want the experience. No, and you take it into porn.
I don't watch porn. You keep bringing up
Keep
porn.
it funky with you. I watch it because I haven't done it.
You
So
watch
I
it
keep
because
watching
you
just
want
like
to
I
be an
study
actor.
everything else. So when I do it,
He is
I'm gonna have
going
the
to be
porn
an
angle of
actor.
it. I'm gonna have that Kama Sutra book angle of it. I'm gonna have all angles of it. You feel me? That's really what it is. I got my regular play side with it and the bullshit side that y'all talking about. But what I want y'all to understand, you know, everybody got these different situations, different men. Every man I like that. I'm one of those guys that's like, I'm analytic like that. Not to say that I push for those things, but I even think on those levels. Like, I think into the inside.
Would you be okay with that?
Now, when you talk about my woman being with another man,
No.
and it being okay with me, what?
I said, would you be okay with now you're finished and then your woman is being.
Oh, the bullshit you talked of.
Why is it bullshit? Now it's bullshit and you wanted the threesome. Now it's bullshit.
If I ask you to do that with me and you ask me when that happens, to me that's like you ain't looking. You looking in another direction with it. I'm looking to explore. We're looking to see how this is. We're not looking into the nothing. We know what could and can't happen. But my thing is, it's about that experience per se.
Okay.
Even down to the people involved. I think every person is different when you're doing that. If you experience it, I haven't. See, I haven't. So I'm more one of getting feed off of what y'all say about it. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing.
I'm a virgin over here with all of this. I mean, like, but I just like how you curved that though. It's okay.
I encourage that, but you know what? I'm gonna close this though. So I want to thank you once again, Tasha. And guess what?
Thank you for being open.
And thank you, Dr. Freak Nasty. And I like how you took over my interview. You know I'm gonna do that when I come on your podcast.
And that's fine.
Thank you for participating because I just pulled you in and stuff like that on the
Yes,
Friday.
right.
And you know we'll talk. I definitely
Right,
want
that
to
was
work.
dope.
But nah, guess what?
And
Cool
thank you
people
for
do that
not-
like that. For on
not
the
being
fly,
so
like,
honest.
Nah, she was definitely honest.
No,
and
you.
What you mean not honest? What wasn't I honest about before we go?
Unbothered
I ain't even gonna answer to it,
I'm
but what
only
was
teasing
yeah,
you.
right.
I'm only teasing you.
But you know, this is worth every penny entertainment. The Back of the Class podcast. We wrapping it up. Shout out to our guests. Follow them both on the Instagram. Shout out to us too first.
Dr. Freak Nasty 56 on Instagram.
Go follow her because you know she do the videos for the stuff that married men like myself like, you know, so she gives us the imagination for it's for people like me. That's why I wanted to have her up here, and I want to keep putting her out to more people like myself that you know can't go there, but she make you feel like you're going there. You know what I'm saying? So nah, seriously, that's what's up though. And we're gonna wrap it up, and that's a wrap. Worth Every Penny Entertainment, Back of the Class podcast. NatashFace, the comedian, Dr. Freak Nasty, and we out of here. All right, that's what's up. I'm gonna edit that out. That's what's up, though. Look, if you gotta go before you go, I'm gonna holler at you. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, illest, yo. You took over my shit, right? Check this out, right? I'm a control freak, but it's like, yo, don't touch my shit. But the way you did it, I couldn't turn it down, yo. I couldn't turn it down. And we got all of that.